Yeah. Hi everyone, it's Jeremy Palmer here from FX Learning and welcome to another episode with the Binary Destroyer. My partner has got me into spiced lychee tea. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's kind of this Chinese tea that's meant to be good for the brain and the mind to help me focus more on my trading. And to be honest, it tastes vile. Not a fan of it. Now in today's trading, I thought I would do some old school binary. The reason being is because we had a webinar yesterday and a lot of members asking for the bend strategy. What's the best expiry time for binary using the bend strategy? Now I haven't actually traded the bend strategy in quite a while. So I thought I would do some kind of refreshers of this. In fact, I don't think I've even showed you it with the Binary Destroyer 7.0. So as you can notice, it's slightly different. So I've just been having a look of a couple of setups. Now we actually had two beautiful setups on GPUSD just here. Let me just bring up my charts here so I can draw on my charts. You can see we had a nice little signal here and a nice little signal here. Both the stochastics confirmed that these are really, really good signals with the trend. Now, the really good thing about the bend strategy is it's a trend trading strategy, meaning we take trades with the trend, which is obviously really good for both Forex and binary, especially Forex as well, because it's with the trend, so you can kind of maximize those profits. I was having a quick look on... Look, we got another one as well on GP CAD. Look at that, nice little sell zone, nice little signal inside the zone. That's a really good one there. AUD USD. Look at this nice little signal here on AUD USD. If I just move this one, and let me just move myself here, and I'll just get rid of that. Okay, look at these nice little setups here. In fact, I'll put myself here. Okay, nice little setup here. Look at the MACD and RSI oversold. Nice little signal there. And then we've got a nice little signal oversold here and a nice little signal here. I've actually got my binary settings loaded up. Now, these would be two nice little setups back to back there. But you lot wanted to see the bend strategy today. So let me, what was I quickly looking at? It was not USD, GP CAD, no, AUD USD. USD JPY. I think it was USD JPY. Oh no, it was USD Chef. Okay, now it was USD Chef. Okay, notice how we've just crossed over here. Okay, notice this here, and the TCA line started to go red. Well, this is telling me that a trend change is happening and we are potentially going down into a downtrend. Now, what's interesting, okay, if I just bring it up here, is I can't actually trade USD Chef with my broker. Okay, I can't. If for some reason they don't allow it, I don't know why. Oh no, they do. Interesting, they do. But what is interesting, okay, is a thing called correlating pairs. So when one currency pair goes up, another currency pair goes down. So they kind of work in opposites of one another. Now, a prime example of this is USD Chef and Euro USD. Okay, notice how USD Chef is going down like this. Okay, Euro USD will be going up, as you can see here. So obviously, when you get a sell signal on USD Chef, you know you're going to get a buy signal on Euro USD. So I use these to kind of maximize my trades, especially with these two currency pairs, or I use this quite a lot. When I get a sell on USD, Euro USD, I'll take a buy on USD Chef and vice versa. So yeah, I mean, I'm really actually going to have a flick through on the charts to see what setups we've got. Interesting, we had a nice little buy setup on USD, on NZUSD. Look at that, nice there. But in fact, look at the MACD and RSI, didn't confirm that. But in fact, we are going, what's interesting is we're going oversold on the MACD and RSI on here. So we might get a setup as well on NZUSD. So I'm still waiting for USD Chef to produce a signal. USD JPY. Okay, let me just load up a stochastics on this one. Okay, so as you'll notice, I like using the stochastics a lot when trading the bend strategy. The reason being is because you can use the stochastics for getting into pullbacks with the trend. Let me show you an example of what I mean, okay? I'll bring up a blank chart. Okay, and I want to show you. Let's just have a quick look on the 1 hour charts, okay? And we'll flick over to some pure price action. And I want to show you the power of stochastics in a trend trading strategy. So here's a prime example. Here's a prime example of what I what I use the stochastics for. As you can see here, okay, here's a prime example. Let me just make this a different color so you can see. Okay, notice how price is above these 3 moving averages, telling me an uptrend. Okay, now when we get a pullback in the market, so you can see here, trend up, pullback, the stochastics confirms that trend there. So what I do is when I spot a trend in market, I use the stochastics to confirm when a pullback has finished. And as you can see here, if we took this off the 1 hour charts, maybe at the crossover on this signal candle here, we could have got around a potential. I mean, we're still going up on this one. Yeah, I mean, look, we could have got a potential about 200 to 220 pip move to the upside just by basically using some moving averages and a stochastic. So that's why stochastics are really good for getting into trades with the trend, and hopefully we will see that very soon on USD Chef when it crosses over here. When we get an upside movement and we get the 2 BD lines and potential a signal arrow, I will enter a sell on USD Chef. And what was the other one? It was GPUSD. Okay, look at GPUSD. Look how we've crossed over here. Okay, let me show you an example. Okay, I'm just going to fire off GPUSD. Okay, I'm going to fire off a small 4-minute expiry. We'll go with a small £25 trade. Okay, watch the stochastics. Okay, it's entered the sell zone, it's with the trend, and the stochastics has gone overbought, which is really good. Now we don't always use this. Okay, ideally we want the price to come more into this zone here, but I'm just kind of using this as an example of why the stochastics is good. Again, if you actually look at previous ones here, notice how the stochastics goes overbought, it drops, and again here price goes overbought, it drops. So that's why I use that a lot with the bend strategy. And as you can see here, this is going into the money. And I'm waiting for USD Chef to hopefully pull back into this zone here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and sip my lychee tea, pause the video, and I'll be back in 3 minutes when hopefully this trade wins and we get a sell set up on USD Chef. So I'll pause the video and I'll be back. Okay, so 54 seconds to go and GPUSD had gone nicely into the money. You can see here how we'd pulled down, but typically we're starting to kind of slow down here. We might actually be slowly heading into an uptrend, but hopefully this is a winner in the next 30 seconds. So you can kind of see how we're using the stochastics as entry points. Now, the only thing that I would say about this and why it's slightly risky is you actually want to wait for the actual price to come more into this zone, the zone being between the red and the green. Okay, so if it does lose, that's the reason why, and that's the reason why I went for a smaller expiry anyway. I'm waiting for GPUSD to enter this zone. So that's a loss, not to worry. But you notice how USD Chef now has gone overbought on the stochastic. So what I'm waiting for now is price to actually come more into this zone here, and then I can look to take a trade. Look again, look at USD Chef. I might actually, just to be cheeky, I might actually go for a 2-minute expiry on this because we're pushing down. I'm going to take 2 trades. Notice how we're pushing down still on GPUSD. So hopefully these drop and I do win them. I'm just having a look. EURUSD. EURUSD is just crossed over there. So USD chef's not really doing a lot. NZUSD was a nice little setup there. There we go. Now we're coming into that zone, which is good. Now we're coming into that zone. Let me see what GPUSD is doing. It's still doing nothing at the minute. Oh, there we go. See this nice little push down. See what I'm doing here? Using the stochastics and candlestick patterns. So that's in the money. So let me see what USD Chef's doing. Okay, USD Chef has entered that sell zone, which is good. So that's a really good confirmation now. And I can start to look for sell opportunities. Let me just load up USD Chef. And this is where I'm going to start upping my trade size. I'm going to go for £100 trade. And we'll go for 5-minute expiry. So I'm waiting. If you're wondering what I'm waiting for an engulfing candle happening on USD Chef right now. Because at the minute we're still being pushed up. You see this here? We're getting pushed up still. So in an ideal world, okay, what I would like for the perfect signal is price to come up like this into this zone and then drop. In fact, there I'm going to take one signal just there. There we go. I'm going to take another one. So in an ideal world, I'd be looking for this to happen and then a potential signal to appear. That's, in an ideal world, what I'd be looking for. So at the minute, I've entered 2 sells on here. In fact, I'm going to take a buy on EURUSD as well. Where's EURUSD? EURUSD, take a buy quickly on EURUSD. 4-minute expiry, up. I'm going to take one more, up. I've just realized, even though I can trade USD Chef, it doesn't actually place a trade. That's the reason why I remembered why I can't trade USD Chef. For some reason, don't know why, my broker just does not let me trade USD Chef. But this is a good example of, notice how USD Chef is going down. Notice this here, it's going down. Watch EURUSD, it'd be going up. See? We get a spike up. So let me just load up. I'm going to load up the stochastics on this one. And it will probably be doing exactly the same. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, but not to worry, because I'm watching USD Chef. So when USD Chef goes down, notice how we got this signal arrow here. You can literally just watch USD Chef and know exactly what EURUSD will be doing, which is really, really good. So if this comes in, I'm currently up £13 at the minute, plus an additional 231. So that would be around £245, £250 profit for today in basically 13 minutes, which is really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back in approximately 2 minutes time. Hi everyone, so yeah, about 1 minute to go on these. Now notice how USD Chef's going down, that kind of perfect, if you actually look at it, okay, that kind of perfect trend down, pull up, okay, and pull back and then trend down. Obviously the stochastics and the BD arrow confirm that. Now I do say to the members, do enter on the BD arrow, but obviously I'm a bit more experienced and I enter on the crossover. But what's interesting, okay, is watch USD Chef going down, EURUSD is going up. See that there? Which is really, really good now. So yes, that's pretty much my trading done in around 14 minutes time. Just wait for these to come in. And like I said, for some reason, USD Chef, don't know why, broker doesn't let me trade it. Literally just, it's almost like it lets me place trades, but nothing actually happens. And when I actually look at my trading history for the week, it never actually shows up. It just doesn't appear. Don't know why. Maybe they just don't like that currency pair. But there we go. So 3, 2, 1. Nice. And there you can see my trading history for today, okay, is a nice £244, which is not bad. There's no point waiting for these to come in. They don't actually get recorded, look. So it makes no difference that these do anything. Okay, in history, so it actually says 320 quid profit, but believe me, when I actually go look at my history for this week, they won't actually show up. Not sure why. It is what it is. Maybe there's a glitch. But anyway, today's results, I would say £400, but it's actually £250. So I hope you enjoyed today's trading. If you do have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.